The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. You look at the Cavaliers. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's... Oh!
Attends, je t'envoie le lien YouTube.
Non, ma frère, non. Jamais. Gobert en plus.
Elle était grosse là, très énorme.
Ouais, comment au niveau il est faible à l'ouest. Frère, le premier de la conférence, le premier de la conférence ouest, c'est dans mon ratio, frère, 12-6. Alors je suis 5e dans ma conférence.
And that's not a Petty or a Manny, folks. That's a facial. That's up right there. This guy is always
Get more.
only him.
Yeah.
Nobody that I can think of. That's part of what makes him go.
A shot by Batum, no good. And George, here we go.
Oh,
And count it. 2 points with
je
a
t'ai envoyé le lien
chance for
sur
one more at the free
Facebook
throw
aussi.
line.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Parker dishes to Mirotic. And the 3 off target. McDermott passes to George. Down low. Bogut kicks to Bradley. And it's blocked by Mirotic. Now the Warriors moving it up. It's hauled in by Paul George.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's George on the wing. Good. George has got his second bucket of the night.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Parker kicks to Mirotic. McDermott with a steal. And it's Beverly missing.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. It took him a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
Screen by Bogut. Here's McDermott. And Sanders pulls it down.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Bradley dishes to Bogut. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Butler kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Mirotic passes to Sanders. And it's good off the back rim and in. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Golden State moving the ball around. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
Oh la
Parker
blague.
with no one around. The three-pointer, no good. McDermott, no one around him. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Mirotic. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right,
Yeah,
Kevin?
that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's Bradley. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Here's Bradley. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Bradley dishes to Beverly. Pass to Bogut. Sanders with the steal. And Batum gets it to go on the assist by Parker. 6 points for Nicholas Batum. Bradley kicks to Beverly. On the wing, George. Back to Beverly. Pass to McDermott. The shot by George, wide open. And another miss by Cleveland. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Now here's Heinrich. The feed now to Morris. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Morris got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lawson outside.
Non, pas tout le temps.
To stop the drought. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead, up 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
We've got Marcus Morris. Jody Meeks out there with Heinrich. Then
Il y a
there's
17
Dunleavy.
points pour moi.
And it's Adams in the center position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every
Running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
The Cavaliers trailed by 9.
Je pense que là, des tirages. Tu vas voir encore plus après, je pense.
And Wright kicks to McLemore. Try, that's for 2. But they'll get another chance.
Ouais,
And
non,
Lawson
mais
with the drive.
il fait que courir.
Right,
Ça
the
fait que
pass
courir.
to
Il fait que
Biombo.
bouger la balle, ça m'énerve.
For 3, Fry. That's good.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage. And, you know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Tony Parker has checked in for the Warriors. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Dunleavy dishes to Morris. He kicks it to Dunleavy. 6 to shoot. Adams, the pass to Dunleavy.
Moi, genre.
Biombo with the block. And they get it back. And the Warriors making a change here. Batum's checked in. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to Oklahoma City. Lawson outside.
T'as vu, il doit y avoir faute.
He feeds it to Fry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Warriors leading by 6. Parker kicks to Batum. Back to Parker. Lets it go from deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Lawson dishes to McLemore. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Batum wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Warriors missing. From deep, McLemore. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now, here is Morris. And that one's good. Meeks got his first bucket of the night.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
They set the pick. And the call will be against Tony Parker.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Some changes for Golden State. Larry Sanders is checked in for Steven Adams. Iritic comes in for Morris. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Jody Meeks. Warriors leading by 5.
Il a un timing facile.
Feeds to Batum. Another miss by Batum.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Bradley, no one around him. Misses the jumper. Parker passes to Iritic. Back to Parker. Laprie fires from deep.
Oh là là,
rebounded by Cleveland.
2-3 points d'affilée ratés là.
1:39 left to play in the first half. George, no good. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Ouais.
This is it.
Il va rager des styles.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And the Warriors with some changes. Dunleavy comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Heinrich in for Tony Parker.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this time out here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Lawson's checked in. 1:11 left here in the second. Kicks it to Heinrich. It's stolen by Bogut. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
Now, here's Bradley. The dish to McDermott. Just 5 on the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors leading by 8. just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bradley on the double team. Heinrich kicks to Mirotic. Almost, but it rolls out. Outside Bradley. A clear look for George. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. 9 points here for George. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors lead by 6.
Où ça? Celui dans la raquette? Ouais, je sais, j'aurais pas dû prendre. Putain, j'ai plein de 3 points ouverts que je devrais rentrer là, ça m'énerve.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Checking out the group for David Black to start the second half. They've got McDermott. Paul George is out there with Bogut. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Lawson in at the 1 spot.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assists and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Last year, a big challenge. Needs to transform his game as he gets on an age. Clark, we've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
Butler goes in. Parker
Ah,
gets
là,
to
je refuse des shoots là.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Bradley's got the ball. And there's the pass to McDermott. George dishes to McDermott. Here's Bradley. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Timeout called the Warriors. We're taking a look at Avery Bradley. His career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Bogut kicks to George. To the right side. In the corner, Bradley with it. Butler with the steal.
Ouais.
Dishes it to Batum. And stolen by Lawson.
Ouais, mais Aldridge.
Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity.
T'as une team complète quoi.
That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Now just a 3-point Warrior lead.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Lawson the pass to Bradley. Lawson dishes to Bradley.
Ça, il commence à faire n'importe quoi, Desti.
McDermott kicks to George. No luck, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
And you know, oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what.
Il a fait airball.
Like that.
Some changes for Golden State.
Il craque.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Batum. Jody Meeks comes in for Jimmy Butler. It's Heinrich in for Tony Parker. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
Ah, cool.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
From a man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Patrick Beverly comes in for Ty Lawson. Pass to Morris. They double him with George. And Adams kicks to Heinrich. Some nice passing by Golden State. And Morris throws it down.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Inside. Dunleavy the pass to Morris. But he gets it back. Adams outside. And Meeks kicks to Heinrich. A second chance effort. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Beverly wide open. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got himself on the board with 3 there. Pass to Morris. The 3. Again the miss by Morris.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Beverly kicks to George. All alone. And the jumper falls for him. George has got 11 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Maintenant je commence à savoir quand est-ce qu'un shoot prend.
He dishes it to Meeks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated 3-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Larry Sanders is checked in for Adams. And Mirotic subbed in for Marcus Morris. Clock at 6. And right, here we go. Lawson dishes to Biyombo. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
The feed to right. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, leading by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Batum's out there with Mirotic. Then it's Tony Parker. Then it's Sanders. And it's Butler in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Mirotic the screen. Batum inside the three-point line. The wing jumper off target. Butler against Lawson. They set the screen. Back to right. He kicks it
Non,
to
il le verra
front.
pas.
Another 3 for Cleveland.
That is a real nice looking deep 3 ball there, fellas.
Yeah, Clark, major confidence on display.
And Sanders kicks to Mirotic. Parker passes to Butler. 6 on the shot clock.
Putain, je galère.
It's Parker with the drive. Batum dishes to Mirotic. Rebounded by Ty Lawson.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
He feeds it to McLemore. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to lose ball, first to the rim. We have to get our ball right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Ouais, ça va.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Putain, la chatte, quoi.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drum and pretty young around it.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league and a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
That's his first personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Count it, and the Warriors come down to just 1 on the bucket from Channing Frye.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Talking about Channing Frye last year, the three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Bradley kicks to Lawson. Cleveland moving the ball around. George. That doesn't go either for George. Parker passes to Batum.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, Nicholas Batum in this one, he's got 8 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
They set the pick. Lawson drives in. Batum with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Lawson drives in. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Fry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Batum sets the screen for Parker. And it's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Now here's Beverly. .116 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Bradley off the drive. Batum with the steal. Parker right side. Sanders dishes to Mirotic, and he nails that one right through the net. And the Warriors lead by 6.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
On the wing, George. Off target with his 3.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Second.
Batum with the ball. Bogut picks him up. It's tipped. Here's Sanders. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Heat in Miami. Feeds it to Bogut. Batum against Bradley.